For this class, you'll need your roller. We're using a fairly firm 90 centimetre roller, but a softer roller will work just fine. You will need to have a 90 centimetre roller though. We're going to start off kneeling on the roller so that it is just below the knees, and hands go on the floor out in front, and we're just going to roll up and down along the shins for about 1 minute. Ideally, the hands are a bit wider than the shoulders and a bit further forward than the shoulders so that you've got space for the humeral heads to sit nicely in the sockets. And you can keep bringing your knees forward and back in the same way that you would for knee stretch on the reformer, as in we have good hip disassociation, or you can take the knees all the way underneath your body and then back out, which is a little bit of an easier version of this exercise. Then you can come to kneeling for a calf release, and you're going to place the roller underneath your thighs so it sits on top of your calf muscles. We'll sit here for about 1 minute, just breathing naturally, just letting yourself relax for a moment. And then we'll move the roller down a little bit further, still on the calf muscle. Try not to put it right on your Achilles and on your ankle joint. And we'll sit here for another minute. Now we're going to transition to a quad release. So you're going to be lying on your front on the roller so that the roller sits underneath your thighs, under your quads, and your elbows will be on the mat, and you'll just roll along your thighs from your hips to your knees, but not right on the knee joint, and then back again. And then we just roll over to one side a little bit. So now we're just on the outer edge of our quad muscle. And just watch, and I'll show you some different options for this one. This one can be a bit intense. And just choose the option that suits you. Change sides. For the next one, we'll come up to standing. And this is a nice release for the adductors for the inner thigh muscles. You're going to place the roller in between your knees and then just walk around with the roller there. You can change your foot position so that it massages different parts of the adductors. So you can try walking with the toes pointing forward, the toes pointing a little bit out to the side, or the toes pointing a little bit inwards. And we're going to just slowly make our way up the inner thighs up towards the hips. Next, we're going to do a couple of hamstring releases. So you can sit on the roller with your hands behind you and just simply roll back and forth along the hamstrings. Or you can sit on the roller with the roller nice and close to your sit bones and just do some leg slides instead. This leg slide option might be nice for you if you feel like the rolling option puts too much pressure on your wrists, neck, or shoulders. And if you choose the leg slide option, you can do 6 to 8 on each side and at the same time just practicing axial elongation. In other words, just sitting nice and tall with your spine where you're here. Next, you can lie down on your back with your knees bent, feet flat, and just place the roller under your knees. And then from there, lift the hips up, pull the roller underneath the hips, and bring the feet up in the air. Bring your knees in towards your chest, and you can just hold here for a few breaths if you like. I enjoy this, it just gives me a nice stretch through the lower back. And from here, you can rock side to side with the knees in towards the chest. Or for a little bit more challenge, you can move the legs away from you a little bit into tabletop position and do your sachets and sachet side to side. To learn more about sachets, just check out my video on sachets. Bring one leg at a time up into the air and just stay here for a little while. Just allow yourself to breathe naturally. Allow your pelvis to just rest on the roller and just allow the legs to just kind of dangle in the air. Slowly bring one foot down at a time, then slide one leg away from you and hug the other knee in towards your chest. Allow yourself to just breathe naturally here and just do some gentle circles at the ankle joint, about 10 in each direction. And repeat on the other side, changing legs. Place that foot down and slide the other leg in. Lift the hips up, roll the roller towards your feet, and place your hips down on the floor. Then place the arches of your feet onto the roller for pelvic curls. I'm just doing 2 pelvic curls here and then a couple of sachet pelvic curls. And you can check out the video for pelvic curl and sachet pelvic curl if you'd like to learn more about these movements. Place your legs out straight over the roller so that the roller sits underneath the knee joints. Float the arms to the ceiling and from here roll up, eyes, tongue, chin, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up into a nice tall spine. Then have a seat on the roller and roll the roller all the way up the spine. Finish lying on your back and just press the roller out from underneath your upper back. Float the arms up and roll up once again, eyes, tongue, chin, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then come around and lie on your side, placing the roller underneath your side, just below the underarm area. For this release, you can just stay in stillness and breathe if it feels quite sensitive, or you might like to just gently roll your body back and forth on the roller. Swap over to the other side and repeat. Come off the roller and spin it round so that it's long ways on your mat. And you're going to lie down on your back on the roller. When you do, just making sure that your hips are fully supported on the roller, your head is fully supported on the roller. That's why we need the 90 centimeter roller for this session. Knees bent, feet flat. Have your feet quite far away from your body, but where your toes can still rest on the floor. And we're just simply just going to lie on the roller with your hands down by your side, just going into your light breathing. And you can stay here, or you might like to take your arms out to the side with the palms facing up to just open up a little bit more across the chest. Now just carefully slide off the side of the roller and push it to the side so that you just end up lying on your back on the floor. And just lie here for a moment, just enjoy the changes in your spine and in your hips and in your lower back. And then from here, we're going to take our fingers and just place both fingers on your forehead above the eyebrows. Press the fingers into your head and slowly slide them outwards. So you're just giving yourself a little massage across the brow, just sliding towards the temples. And then once you get there, bring the fingers back to the center and repeat. Now placing the fingers just below the cheekbones near the nose and just sliding the fingers down, following the underneath of the cheekbone out towards the sides of the face. And once you arrive near your ears, you just take your fingers back near the nose again and just repeat that. It's giving yourself a nice little release under the cheekbones. And now remove the hands, just place the hands on the floor next to you and just let yourself just lie on the floor here. Just breathing naturally, relaxing, and just allowing yourself to just be here.